So as we look into the next days 2, day 3 of this winter weather event, we want to keep in mind the risk for power outages. So thankfully, we really haven't seen very many yet, if any. So here with us now today to learn more about what's being done to continue this trend is Aaron Cooper with OG&E. Hey, Aaron.
Good morning. Glad to be with you.
Always good to talk to you. So let's talk about right now. I mean, we saw maybe 10 earlier in the morning. Is that still the case with those numbers just being really light with power outages?
It is. It's been quiet so far. We're really thankful for that. Hope that trend continues. We're monitoring the weather as the next round of precipitation comes in to see what happens.
So what do you think made the difference in, round 1 of this storm, kind of the type of storm it was, as compared to some of the other storms that we've seen that really have done some damage on our power lines?
Sure. I think the difference is ice and wind. We haven't seen those two things in a large degree so far, and that's been what we're thankful for. And just monitoring to see if any more ice or wind comes up in these next few rounds. Those are the things that really cause problems on the power lines during the winter time.
Is there anything that OG&E crews do, before weather could get that bad to prepare in advance?
Sure. For this particular storm, we started putting personnel, materials, and resources in place Sunday ahead of the potential bad conditions on the road. So we have hundreds of crew members stationed throughout our service area. We've got materials and resources stations in southern and southeastern Oklahoma, the areas that we think may have the most significant impact. So we're very well positioned to respond to outages should they occur during this winter storm.
And the other thing to talk about, obviously, is how cold it is. And OG&E announced recent rate hikes once again. People are struggling to pay their bills and now trying to heat their homes as well. How would you say that people deal with this extreme cold and also really high bills?
Sure. Well, when it comes to their bills, we want our customers to contact us if they think they're going to have problems paying. We want to work with them, and we have payment arrangements that we could help them get set up on. We have different program options to help them control their energy usage and their bills. So please call us if they feel like they're struggling with their bill. We can also connect them with social service agencies that provide assistance with electric bills. When it comes to being prepared for the storm, we just want our customers to know they should have a plan in place now. Be prepared. If you should lose power during these winter storms, make sure your devices are charged. Have a plan to check in on your friends and neighbors who may be homebound. Make sure you have any medication you need. And like I said, the road conditions are bad right now, so stay off the roads unless you have to, because there does exist potential for cars or vehicles to hit power poles, which is a safety issue for those drivers and cars around them, obviously, but it also could lead to the loss of power for hundreds or thousands of people if poles start going down because vehicles are running into them.
Okay, Aaron Cooper with OG&E. Thank you so much for coming on today to give us an update. We really appreciate it.